Hey, it's Danny from Conscious Calisthenics here. So I wanted to talk about a topic that a lot of people do not talk about in the diet and weight loss industry, and that is how you can go about losing weight and eat whatever you want to shed any excess of body fat that you have on your body. And a lot of people will disbelieve this when you say this, but it is completely true, but it's just not talked about a lot in the weight loss and diet industry. But there is starting to become a lot more people like myself that are showing you can eat whatever you want and still lose excess body fat if you desire to do so. So it doesn't matter if you want to eat a paleo diet, a ketogenic diet, a junk food diet, a vegan diet, a low carb diet, and all these other different diets that are out there, because not everyone feels that they want to go on the same diet for all different reasons. And if you're someone that doesn't want to eat such a restrictive diet that is just not enjoyable whatsoever, but it's going to give you the weight loss results, it's going to be a lot harder to actually sustain it long term to get the full benefits from it. But you don't necessarily have to eat those restrictive diets, and you can eat whatever diet you want. You could eat a complete junk food diet, as I've mentioned earlier on, and shed that excess fat. And how you can do this is with whatever diet you're on, just combine it with daily intermittent fasting. And there is so much scientific research out there to back up the claims that I'm going to be making in this video. So you may be wondering, why, if I combine my diet with intermittent fasting daily, is it going to work so well for burning excess body fat? Well, whilst you're in that intermittent fasting state, which the most common type of intermittent fasting diet out there, and the most well-known one, is the 16-8 intermittent fasting diet. So what that entails is normally fasting for around a 16-hour window and eating for around an 8-hour window. So say you stop eating at 6 p.m. at night, you just wouldn't eat until the next day at 10 a.m. or later. If you want to push the fasting window longer, you can. The longer that you push it for, the greater benefits that you're going to get with the different benefits that I'm going to mention to you in this video. So if you want to get even greater weight loss benefits to shed fat as fast as possible, the longer that you fast for and the shorter your eating window is, the greater the weight loss benefits will be. So if you want to go on the extreme end of the scale, you could do one meal a day where you eat for around a 1-hour window and fast for around 23 hours a day. That is going to give you the greatest weight loss benefits out of all the different intermittent fasting diet methods out there. And if you're someone that wants to learn fully about how you can do the 16-8 intermittent fasting method for serious weight loss, I put a video for it up above. I made this video quite a while ago, and it's going to give you all the information that you need to know on this to make it work the best for you. But if you're someone that's interested in how to eat one meal a day, I also have got a video on that that's got around 400,000 views, and it is one of the biggest one meal a day videos out there. I'll put a link for it up above. And again, that will tell you all the information that you need to get on to one meal a day and being able to sustain it short term, but also long term as well. So you may be wondering, why does it just help with the weight loss a lot more effectively combined with any diet? Well, it's been shown in so many scientific studies that it massively lowers insulin within the body. And insulin is a fat storage hormone. And every time you're eating throughout the day, it is making insulin go up. And then most people are eating multiple meals in the day and the snacking stick's going up, down, up, down, up, down, but never very, very low whatsoever. So they're in this permanent fat storage state. So a lot of people are going to find eating in a normal way with multiple meals in a day and snacks in between, that it's going to be a lot harder to shed fat. And a lot of people will think it's just due to the calorie intake, but that is a myth in my personal opinion, from what I've experimented with myself and clients that I've worked with and the scientific research that I've seen. So the longer you fast, the lower insulin will go. So when you're in that state of that intermittent fasted state, your body cannot store food as fat. It's just not possible whatsoever. And when insulin goes down, glucagon production starts to go up, which is a hormone that then puts your body into a fat burning state. So whilst you're in that fasted state, your body will start burning its own body fat as fuel, and the longer you fast, the longer you're in that fat burning state. So that's why 1 meal a day is going to be a lot greater for burning body fat throughout the intermittent fasted state and give you those weight loss results a lot quicker. And also, it has been shown in scientific research that human growth hormone production skyrockets. It will increase anywhere up to around 1,300% in females and anywhere up to 2,000% in men. And this is widely known that human growth hormone reduces your body fat percentage whilst increasing muscle mass at the same time, and it's also known as the main anti-aging hormone. So if you want to look forever youthful externally and feel youthful like you did back in your 20s internally as well, then intermittent fasting is really going to help with that. And it has been shown that fasting alongside that benefit as well is massively increasing your maximum lifespan as well. Who doesn't want to live longer? I want to. Maybe you don't, but I'm sure most people do. And then another benefit is that it boosts testosterone production in females around 100 to 130%, and in males anywhere from 200, and in some studies up to even 400%. And most people, unless they're really young, have rapid declining levels of testosterone. When testosterone goes down, estrogen goes up. And what these two things do when that's happening, when the estrogen goes up, you start to retain more water, you start to lose muscle mass and gain fat. And when testosterone is going down, it's having those same effects as well. But when you start to increase testosterone, estrogen will go down. So then you will start to lose water weight, increase muscle mass without even training, and you will also start to burn more body fat as well. And this is why there's a lot of people out there that like to take synthetic exogenous forms of testosterone or steroids because they can really help with reducing the body fat percentage whilst increasing the muscle mass as well. But when you take that, it costs a lot of money, it has a lot of side effects, and you need to take certain things that are estrogen blockers that are also having loads of side effects, because when you take exogenous forms of those things that I've mentioned, estrogen will go up at the same time, so that's why you have to take a blocker with it. But with intermittent fasting, you're not going to get any negative side effects. It doesn't cost you anything whatsoever, and it's just giving you amazing positive benefits all around. A lot more than just increasing muscle mass and reducing your body fat percentage. And alongside that, for the majority of people, I don't necessarily recommend that you do this, a lot of people find that they can't eat nowhere near as many calories whilst they're doing intermittent fasting within their eating window in comparison to if they're eating all day long. So for obvious reasons, if you're eating less calories, you're going to be in more of a calorie deficit, and your body is just going to reduce the body fat percentage that you currently have a lot more effectively and quicker. But you don't need to do calorie restriction. If you do calorie restriction, it could speed up the weight loss benefits combined with intermittent fasting on whatever diet that you're doing with this. But for a lot of people, it could start to kick in a lot of cravings, and huge hunger could start to kick in after doing this for days in a row. So I wouldn't necessarily recommend that everyone does this. If you do it and you find that those things do not start to be induced in you, then you continue doing it, as long as you have good energy levels as well. But for people who do not, don't restrict your calories whatsoever. Eat as many calories as you like. And I found for a lot of people, when you're still eating a lot of calories and intermittent fasting, that also, for the majority of people, will induce great weight loss benefits within them, which is an added benefit of it, because most diets out there you have to do severe calorie restriction to lose weight, but this is one of those type of things out there that you can do where you don't have to do that whatsoever if you don't desire to. And I'm a great example. When I was doing 1 meal a day, I was eating around 3,000 calories or so a day, and I put some clips here showing the type of food that I was eating. A lot of time I was eating a lot of junk food that was high in fat and it was just very, very calorie dense. And yeah, I still managed to sustain a very, very low body fat percentage, where it just seems that I don't actually have fat on me. So for example, if you go here, like, there's nothing really to pinch on except for a little bit of skin. There's not like much fat at all. It's just a very, very small amount of fat over my entire body, even around my waist area and hip area, around my abs and around my back as well, which a lot of people find it's a lot harder to get a low body fat percentage around those areas. And there's also someone else that I want to talk about, and that is Blake Horton, which has an Instagram which comes under the name of Blake201. And as you can see, this is what he used to look like, and this is what he looks like now. And he eats around 4,000 calories a day of complete junk food that he documents on his Instagram and does live feeds of him eating. And as you can see, he has a relatively low body fat percentage, and he does not look obese whatsoever. He has good muscle development, and he manages to eat all those foods. But the reason why he can eat that amount of calories and those types of food is because he does one meal a day. I don't recommend you necessarily go and eat as junk food as he does, because even though it gives you great weight loss benefits, it's not necessarily the best diet for your health holistically, long term and short term. And I do believe it will shorten your maximum lifespan. And something I need to mention is a lot of people make mistakes when they're in the intermittent fasting state. They drink a lot of drinks whilst in that fasting state that break them out of their daily intermittent fasts and stops them getting all the benefits that I've mentioned. And I have made a video that talks about all the acceptable drinks that you can drink in the fasted state that will not break out of a fast, and I'll put a link for it up above. And last but not least, if you're someone that really wants to speed up those weight loss benefits as fast as you possibly can, what you can also do is, whilst you're in that fasted state, you could in the morning do your workout. And whilst you're in that workout, there's been so many different scientific studies that show that it drops insulin even more, can increase testosterone production and human growth hormone production and all these other benefits that I've mentioned, whilst also getting your body to burn around 20% more calories. So for obvious reasons, due to all those things that I've mentioned, you're going to get even greater excelled weight loss benefits to really get your body to a very low body fat percentage. And for obvious reasons, if you're doing like steady types of cardio compared to like high intensity interval training or some high intensity calisthenics or bodybuilding training, the more intense stuff, especially the high intensity interval training, is going to give you even greater benefits with the things that I've just mentioned whilst training in that intermittent fasted state. So that's just something to be aware of. So that's it for this video. If you have any questions, leave them down below. If you like the video, like it down below, give us a thumbs up. If you don't, give us a thumbs down. I don't mind. And please share this video with anyone that you think would love to listen to the information that I shared with you in relation to how you can lose weight on any diet and eat whatever you want if you desire to do so, which I'm sure most people do, because a lot of people don't want to go on these restricted diets where you're having to eat super clean, it's really boring, and then a lot of people will just yo-yo diet and go from eating like hardly any calories, eating really clean, and then going and binging out and going back and forth, and they're not really getting the results they want to short term and long term to give them the physique that they desire. And if you haven't already, click that subscribe button down below to receive a lot more videos from me on a regular basis. And if you do subscribe, the type of videos you can expect to get from me on a regular basis are videos on weight loss, maximizing muscle mass with bodybuilding and calisthenics workout and progression videos, what I eat in a day and what I do in a day videos, and many other different videos to inspire you and motivate you and teach you the right information to actually go in the direction of gaining and maintaining the body desire, the fitness levels and the energy levels as well. So if that sounds good to you, make sure you do click that subscribe button and you do click the bell notification button, otherwise YouTube will not notify you of when those new videos are uploaded. So as always, stay fit, stay energetic, and go and get those gains. Peace.